Hey everyone, I hope you're having a nice weekend. I just wanted to show you a few things in the greenhouse before we head outside. We need to start fall crops. So I have everything kind of laid out that we need to start this week on the trays. So you can see here, like on this one, I have two different types of cabbage. So we'll just do half the tray with this type and then half the tray with this type. And some of them I just have two packets because I don't know if there's enough seed to stretch the whole thing or the whole half of it. And so you can see like this one, we'll just split it into fours because I have 4 different types of mustard. So let me know if there are any questions on that, but I want to at least get these started. And I do want to put humidity domes, which are these plastic tops, on the top of them after they're planted. And we'll just water them from the top, and then once they germinate, we'll take off the humidity domes and start watering them from underneath. I think that's about it. Potting up, there's a few more things to pot up in here. I do have this alyssum to pot up, a few things of lavender, there's some stevia, there's just kind of random things. I already potted up some of this, but I just kind of set it there, and I figured if we get to it, we do. If not, no biggie. We can pot up more of this is coneflower. So I would definitely like to get all the coneflowers potted up. Okay, outside. We harvested basil last week, but we'll keep harvesting the basil. Peppers we'll keep harvesting. You can see these banana peppers are getting pretty big, so we'll harvest these. The Anaheim peppers, these which are supposed to be jalapenos but are not dark green like a jalapeno, so I'm not 100% sure what they are. The husk cherries seem to be a favorite of the squirrel that's been around here. I've been looking in here to see if I can find ones that are ready to pick and have not had much luck, but we can keep checking. There are, if you look down at the bottom on the ground, I don't even know if you can see any, but the husks start to get like a brown. So like we know that this isn't ready because that's just green still. So if you see any husks that are turning brown, we'll harvest those. There are plenty of green beans to harvest in bed 4 up here in the front. We can check over here for things that are ready to harvest. There's mostly peppers here. Let's see, okra. This red okra we'll need to harvest pretty much every day, I bet, starting soon. I harvested on Friday, so I think it'll be okay until Monday. And I usually harvest it when it's, I don't know, about that big. It's probably 3 inches. We could maybe let it go just a little bit more, but any bigger and it starts to get tough. So I tend to harvest it on the small side. I'm still hoping that tomatoes are gonna ripen, but it's been really slow, and there might be a squirrel that's in here eating on some, because I swear there were some more that were ready, almost ready, and now they're not here anymore. Cucamelons we'll need to harvest pretty much every day. So if you're here, give it a go. You do have to kind of like pull everything aside and just dig and see what you can find. Bitter melon, there's one ready to harvest here. You can see it's about the size, I guess, of a medium-sized cucumber, but this one is ready, so it's like the length of my hand, basically. I did plant some, I'm trying cucumbers again because the other ones were not great. Ones that are fast maturing. So that's what's in this bed. We have more beans in this bed. I planted some squash, which are fast maturing here. So we'll just keep an eye on this. I think there's 40 days to maturity, so hopefully we'll get something out of it. Shishito peppers are starting. You can see this one. I'll probably let this get a bit bigger maybe by the end of the week. So it's probably, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches on the shishito peppers when it's ready. And those are pretty mild. So if you package them up, you can always package them with other peppers and just put pepper mix or hot and mild pepper mix or something. The tomatillos, I think, are starting. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. It's kind of, sorry, the sun is not great. When I squeeze the husk, it's pretty filled in with the tomatillo. So that one I would say is ready. There's one here that's ready. You just kind of got to go around and squeeze on the husk because it's hard to tell just by looking at it if it's filled in or not. And these are looking, you can see the leaves are looking a little scrappy. I might need to fertilize this. But like if I push on, you can see on this one, it's really smushy underneath. The tomatillo is still really small. So you just have to go around and check them. Oh, these little tiny tomatoes are starting to ripen, although the plants look really bad. But there's a little place in the greenhouse to mark down how many are harvested from which container. So this one's called Micro Tomato, this one is Red Robin, and this one is Cacao or Cocoa. So we just need to keep track of what is being harvested from what plant, if that makes sense. And I'll show you that inside. I'm really hoping there's some cherry tomatoes that are ready this week. There might be a cucumber over here on this trellis. That one's really long but very skinny. So I'm not quite sure about that one. But there's some other ones over here. I don't know. These tomatoes or these cucumbers have not been great for me this year, so we'll see what happens with them. And let's see, we're gonna keep an eye on, like this guy is starting to ripen. I think that's probably the first one, but there are a lot of these honey nut squash in this bed, so once one starts, we'll keep an eye on this bed. I think that's about it. And let me just show you inside real quick that little, the little bags where we'll keep track of those micro tomatoes. So they're right here. You can see this one says micro tomato, the date and the weight. So I harvested 2 tomatoes, which didn't really weigh anything, on the 7th. So if you're here, just mark down the date, how many tomatoes or the weight if you're getting a sizable amount. And then you can combine all the tomatoes after they are recorded. So you can see there's one here with the cocoa and one here for Red Robin. So same process. So just make sure you mark them here before they get weighed or before they get combined all together. I hope that makes sense. And I think that's about it. Oh, we will also set out some cucumbers outside to harden off, and then we can give these away. If you guys want any for your home garden, feel free. And also there are aphids on the eggplant and on the other bed of okra back here. What is that bed? 19. So we'll just have to keep an eye on those 2 beds for aphids. I should be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I might be here a little bit later, but if I see you this week, I guess I'll see you on those days. If you come on The other days when I'm not here, please just be careful. The greenhouse is just getting so hot in here with the weather. Like right now it is 93 and it's about noon on Saturday. So it's just getting to the point where it's just so hot and stuffy in the greenhouse. So please, if you're here, be careful. Bring lots of ice water. Plan to come earlier in the morning if you can. And let me know if you just don't want to come, or if you get here and it's uncomfortable and you don't want to stay. That's totally fine too. Just send me a text or give me a call and we'll figure it out from there. All right. Thanks as always, guys, for your help. Bye-bye.